All right, okay. Good day, everyone. Sir John here. Welcome back to the continuation of our discussion about the polymers and its uses and understanding plastic recycling symbols. Okay, this is the second part of our discussion in the subject chemistry. Okay, uh, we stop, okay, at the topic different, what is that? Different synthetic polymers. Okay, and we are at rubber. Okay, so let's talk about rubber. All right. By the way, for my students, okay, to confirm that you are still joining our class, please comment your name again and your section. Okay, please comment your complete name, your course, and your section. Thank you. Okay. So another example of a synthetic polymer is a rubber. So this is very useful, no, in our everyday life. Okay, we can see rubber at our house, at our bisan asa nato makitaan ang rubber. Right. So rubber is an elastomer, a polymer that is primarily characterized by its ability to regain its original shape after being deformed. Meaning to say, rubber is stretchable. So, pwede siya ma-inat. There are many different kinds of rubber, but they all fall into two broad types. So, the two broad types of rubber is natural rubber and synthetic rubber. By the way, please bear with my voice because I'm actually not feeling well right now. Please inform me if you can't understand my voice or kanang namoy kalibugan sa akong explanation because my voice is I'm not really in good condition right now. I hope that you will bear with me. Okay. So let's continue. Okay, natural rubbers, okay, are harvested mainly in the form of latex from the rubber tree or other plants. So when we say natural rubber, it's coming from the nature. Kasagaran is coming from a tree, a rubber tree. Okay, we actually have that kind of tree here in the Philippines. So we utilize that tree to make a rubber. Next is we also have synthetic rubbers. Okay, synthetic rubbers are made in chemical plants. One of the most commonly known synthetic rubber is the neoprene, chemically known as polychloroprene. Okay, neoprene has a good chemical stability and maintains elasticity over a wide temperature range, making it a preferred material for the manufacture of wetsuits, wrist and orthopedic knee braces, surgical gloves, laptop sleeves, mouse pads, and gaskets. Okay, resistant man siya sa heat. That's why it's good to be used mostly in electronics because most electronics or machines will conduct heat. Okay, that's why this synthetic rubber is good for that function. Okay, another popular family of synthetic rubber is the styrene butadiene rubber or SBR. Again, styrene butadiene rubber or SBR, which is widely used for manufacturing all tires all around the world. Okay, so kanang mga ligid sa atong sakyanan, okay, most of that are made from rubbers, particularly styrene butadiene rubber. Okay, SBR. Next to rubber is Teflon. So, have you heard of that word, Teflon? Okay, so many of us okay, come across this material as a non-sticking coating of pan. Okay, polytetrafluoroethylene or PTFE is known by its common brand name, Teflon. Okay, but that's the actual name, polytetrafluoroethylene. However, we commonly know it as Teflon because that's the name used in the market. Okay, so apart from its use in the kitchen, it is also used in several automotive parts, such as gaskets, linings, or fuel hoses, power steering transmission, and many more. So, actually, I have this experience of being a sales boy, okay, at a certain hardware. And yeah, I have encountered a lot of drivers or a lot of motorcycle owners that look for this thing, Teflon. At first, I don't know what's the use of that, but later on, I learned that it's used for their motors or for their vehicles. Okay, in the chemical industry, it can be used as coating for autoclaves, tanks, pumps, containers, and etc. Okay, that is Teflon. So that's the image that you can see there. Okay, kanang nasa image, that is an example of Teflon. That's the form of Teflon. Next to Teflon is nylon. Okay, familiar with nylon? Uh, all right, we encounter this word oftentimes at our community. Okay, most of us are familiar with the term nylon as a super strong, sticky fiber that is generally found in umbrellas, socks, and ropes. Its typical application include fiber for textiles, carpets, molded parts, pipes, conveyor belts, hoses, and outer layer of turnout blankets. Um, di ba atong nahibawan sa nylon mostly kay is mura na siyang pisi kanang pisi bitaw sa ah, tugot sa tabanog. O kana mostly may atong nahibaw ang nylon. So when we say nylon, kay dili ra na siya gato. Okay, it is a super strong silky fiber. Okay, pwede siya makitaan sa mga textile, carpets, molded parts, pipes, conveyor belts, and many more. Okay, next to nylon is the silicone. Okay, silicone, okay, is also known as polysiloxane. Again, silicone is also known as polysiloxane. The silicone rubber is widely used in industries such as aerospace, automotive, constructions, medical, electricity, food processing, and many more. For instance, sealants and adhesive made of silicone are used to seal and protect doors, windows, wings, and electrical components in aviation and construction sectors. Due to its non-toxic properties, silicone are often used in the medical sector for implants and drug delivery system. Our family actually have this business nga glass aluminum installation. Okay, and my father commonly used this thing, okay, silicone in order to seal the glass. Okay, para dili wala siya hungaw when you connect the glass and the aluminum. Okay, so the silicone is good for that, to seal something, to connect something, and it's good. Why? Because it is non-toxic. It's not dangerous for uh, the people na mugamit anhi. Okay, so as what I have mentioned earlier, okay, the silicone is also used as implants. Gamit ni siya in the field of medicine. Kanang ibutang sa, let's say for example, say tawag anang sa mga bae, breast lift, kanang magpadako og totoy. So ang ibutang ana sa ilahang breast, okay, is a silicone. Okay, I think AG Raval, okay, the artist, okay, kanang artist nga naa sa Philippines, AJ Raval, okay. She she was once a person nga nagamit ani silicone. However, I assume, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess She already get that thing out of her breast. Iyan ang gipa tang-tang. Okay. Advances in silicone technology enable today's exterior paints and coatings to last longer and stand up to the sunlight and pollution. Paints made with silicones offer exceptional adhesion, pigment dispersion, and chemical, weather, and stain resistance. So, dili siya dali matangtang, dili pud siya dali mawa ang color, dili siya ma-fade ditso, unlike the other um, things nga ato ang gigamit as paint sa ato ang mga balay. Okay, next to silicone is hydrogel. Okay, hydrogel. Okay, it is a three-dimensional network of hydrophilic capable of interacting with water through hydrogen bonding. Polymers that can absorb and hold a substantial amount of water while maintaining its structure. Okay, hydrogels appear in various everyday products such as hair gels, toothpaste, and used to absorb fluids in disposable diapers. Excuse me. So gigamit din nato kanunay hydrogel. That's why when we try to look at our toothpaste, kanang mga gel na to para sa buhok, okay, it's quite sticky. Okay, sticky siya and then mura siya og sticky nga na ay pagka watery. Okay? Mura siya og kanang nasa image. Yan na. Okay, it's capable of absorbing, okay, and can hold substantial amount of water. Okay, that's hydrogel. Next to hydrogel, okay, this is very common to us, the polystyrene. Okay, polystyrene. A hydrocarbon polymer made from the monomer known as styrene. It is widely used in the food service industry as rigid trays and containers, disposable eating utensils, and foam cups, plates, and bowls. Okay, this is known in our community as styrofoam. Okay, styrofoam is an example of that sa polystyrene. Okay, it's actually used, di ba, if there are birthday parties and then there will be kanang potluck nga giserve na daan. Okay, they use kanang mura siya og lunch box nga made by polystyrene, made from polystyrene, okay, made from styrofoam. And then it's good, it's quite efficient, kay pwede na siya mada sa mga user. Aside from that, polystyrene is also used in different industries, okay, different businesses, sa decoration, nga na, arts, artworks, designs. Okay, polystyrene is actually good to use. Okay, I know nakagamit na mo ani, especially kanang mag letter cut, okay, pwede siya i-form into letters and then butangan og silver dust para nindot siya. It's good thing if you want 3D decorations. Okay, that is the polystyrene. So this time, let's talk about the problems that might arise with the use of the polymers. Okay, unsa may mga problema na pwede nato i-consider when using the polymers. So, since considering that these things are plastics, meaning to say dili sila lata. Okay, they are non-biodegradable. Okay, most polymers are not biodegradable. This means that microorganisms cannot break them down, so they can cause a later problem of disposed carelessly. Okay, if dili i-dispose care if disposed carelessly, I mean. Okay? So dili siya maayo if you use polymers and then you don't know how to dispose them properly. Okay, might good if you will recycle it. Okay, kay dili man siya malata, pwede na nimo i-recycle kung unsay gusto nimo nga ihimuon from that thing. Okay, last for many years in landfill sites. Okay, if kabantay mo, if you went on a trip and then you go to a mountain, inigabot nimo sa babaw sa mountain, especially kung sikat siya, like the Mabini campsite. Oh, nya napuntay kang kuka na alis siya panoramic. Okay? So when you go there and you see some plastic bags, mga empty bottles na plastic, it might good if I not might, but it's good actually if you will get it and put it in the right place. It would take really a lot of years for that thing to decompose. Dili na siya malata ditso. Mo na ga, if ibili na nimo adto, it can cause destruction or bad image sa environment. Kay magpabilin man siya, kay dili siya malata. Okay, that's why we must be responsible. Wherever we go, if we have plastics, mga empty bottles at ang lakaw, or unsa pa diha nga atong gidala, we must dispose them properly. Dili lang ilabay-labay bisan asa. Okay. Suitable places for landfill sites are difficult to find. Space in landfill site is wasted if it is filled with non-biodegradable polymer. Okay, og naay mga basurahan pod makakonsume siya og space. Why? Because dili man siya lata bitso. You might suggest, sir, what if ato na lang sunugon kay para dili siya makakonsume og space, bigger space. That's not a good option as well. Why? Because when we burn these polymers, okay, it releases carbon dioxide, which is very bad to our atmosphere, particularly our ozone layer, which protected us from the ultraviolet rays emitted by the sun. Okay, so next is combustion. Okay, the thing that I mentioned earlier. Waste polymers can be incinerated actually. Okay? This involves combustion at a very high temperature. Incineration releases a lot of energy which can be used to heat homes or to generate electricity. Pwede rin siya gamiton sa mga companies pod, i-collect nila and then ilahang sunugon og balik. Okay, they can reuse it or mold it to another thing, or ilaharag yung sunugon para mo generate siya og heat, and they will utilize that heat to generate electricity. However, if the factory will not consider its consequences, or let's say for example their equipments don't have high class filters of the toxics that being emitted by the combustion of the polymers, well, of course, asa man ang igo anhi, adto gyud siya mo igo sa ato ang ozone layer sa atong atmosphere, and it's a great destruction sa ato ang earth. That's why if actually there are certain countries nga nag-utilize sa ilahang mga basura, mga plastics to generate electricity, like the Singapore. Gigamit nila ang ilahang basura. And that's good for them because their technology is capable of filtering those toxic gases nga maimit sa ilahang factory. Okay, and the problem, as what I have said, okay, is the emission lagi of the carbon dioxide na ma-produce sa incineration. A greenhouse gas which contributes to global warming. O na tay global warming karon, climate change. It's because of the burning of these materials. Now, to address the growing concern in protecting our environment, recycling have been one of the answers to solve the problems with the polymers. Mao ginay pinaka nindot nga mabuhat nato sa mga plastics, mga polymer ato ang i-recycle. Okay, below is a table. Next slide, this one. Okay, it shows us the recycling symbols to guide us on what polymers can be recycled and their corresponding numbers. So I want you to take down notes of this table. Okay? Isuwat ninyo ang symbol, okay? And then the polymer name and some of the product examples, and then you must identify kung pwede man na siya ma-recycle or dili. Okay. Action environmental customers can recycle all plastics numbered 1 to 7 via our Carnival recycling program. If a plastic item is deemed unrecyclable, typically plastics 3 and 6, Action Environmental will dispose of it properly. So this is for the curbside recycling program. But I assume that the Philippines has its own recycling program. Okay, pero kini siya, I think this is US-based recycling program. However, the same lagi hapon ang pagkategory sa mga polymers. Okay, with these symbols. If you will look at the plastics kanang mga plastics na nay mga symbol ingana inyong mga tumbler, okay, og you try to look at sa mga signs, you might encounter these signs which indicates their if they are recyclable or dili. Okay. So mao to ha, you must memorize that one. Okay, you can screenshot that. I think there's no need for me to explain because this table just shows us, okay, if recyclable ba ang usa ka butang or dili. Kanirang mga symbol, actually this is 1, kani, gikan sa 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, sayon ra pang memorize sa symbol actually mura ra siya og triangle na recycling nga symbol, then number 1 to 7 saguhan ng mga letters na nasa ubos. Of course, its name. Okay. So kani siya nasa kilid, sorry. This one is recyclable curbside. This is the answer if pwede ba siya ma-recycle. Let's say for example, imuhang plastic is polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, is it recyclable? Okay, the answer is yes, pwede siya ba recycle. Kani siya number 2, yes. Okay, but plastic grocery bags not accepted. Okay, nga na siya. Nga na ra pag-memorize ninyo. Okay, so I hope that you understand from that koan discussion. So before I will end the discussion class, I would just like to remind each one of us that we are the concerned individuals to this problem. Why? Because we always claim that technology is really good to us. Well, in fact, we say that technology can make our life easier and better. Indeed, these things, kani mga plastics nga na sa image, this is very useful to us. The spoons, containers, unsa pa na nga itong gigamit diha, very useful sa atong everyday life. However, it might cause harm to us if we will not know how to dispose them properly. If dili na siya kinahanglanon nato, because that's nga na ra bata kasagaran kung dili na nato importante ang butang ato nang ibilin-bilin ilabay bisan asa without considering the consequences of our action. That's why as much as possible you recycle products, you recycle things nga pwede pa magamit, dili ilabay bisan asa. Because in the end of the day, when we wake up, kikita ra gihapon ang mo face sa consequence if dili ta mahimong responsible sa ato ang mga gipang buhat. All right, I think that ends our discussion about polymers and its uses. Okay, if you have any concern, question about our discussion, please do not hesitate to comment your thoughts, okay, in the comment section below. All right. Thank you so much for my students. I hope that you will take down notes on the concept that we've discussed. Goodbye, everyone. God bless and see you around. Keep safe.